the gossip and grilling her on the lack of nookie this series, which apparently Nadia thinks is a good thing. Plus, if it was an option, would you have a baby without going through pregnancy? Also, find out why Jane has been driving us all round the bend, and Katie has apparently been blacklisted by her local library. Naughty, naughty Katie. So how good or bad are you at life admin? We'll see you back in 2.
Thank you. See you in a bit. Coming up on tomorrow's show, as Bridgerton finally returns to our screens, leading man Jonathan Bailey will be live in the studio.
Following tonight's big Apprentice finale, Lord Sugar will be here with his brand new business partner.
And Phil Vickery's in the kitchen with some Mother's Day dinner inspiration. So that's tomorrow. Enjoy the sunshine.
Bye.
I'll see you at 10. Bye-bye.
It feels like I've not sat in this chair for ages. Right, welcome to your Thursday Loose Women. Ready for hot topics and laughs this lunchtime with me, Charlene White. It is Casey Piper, Nadia Sawalha and Jane Moore. Right, coming up, we're talking about the man who whose wife divorced him for leaving dirty glasses by the sink. He says that she was right to do it, but would you divorce your partner for the same thing? At 1 o'clock, dearest readers, the wait is almost over.
Lady Danbury, a delightful soirée as expected, though my own later this week will be much more exclusive.
Your Majesty, I would not think to compare.
And rightly so.
We're joined by Lady Danbury, actress Adjoa Ando, ahead of Bridgerton's hotly anticipated return. And at 1:15, what do your legs say about your health? As the weather warms up for now, why giving your pins some TLC could have some surprising benefits. But we're going to kick off the show talking about pregnancy, actually, because if you're able to carry a baby, would you opt for a machine to do it for you? Well, scientists say we're only about 1 or 2 generations away from being able to do so, actually. You could be able to grow a human life outside the body in an artificial womb. Now, it's been created for those who aren't able to have children, but it could pave the way for others to give birth without being pregnant. You've not seen those pictures before, have you, Nadia? You kind of winced.
Yeah. Well, I mean, an incredible invention for those people that can't, but at the same time, you worry where that could end up. You know, it's a bit scary. That's why I was a bit freaked when I actually saw it. I mean, I was lucky enough. I know a lot of women really suffer when they're pregnant, but I loved being pregnant. It was the only time I really loved my body. I was the most body confident. I felt like the cleverest person in the whole world, that I was just chatting to people while growing a lung. You know, I was like, I'm growing a lung in here at the minute. Yeah. So, yeah, I'll have a do. But also,
Hopefully
I think...
2 lungs.
Yeah. Definitely 2. The thing is with me, I was an absolute reprobate before I got pregnant. I was a smoker, I was a drinker, I was a partier. I often say, actually, in a way, my children saved my life because I think I was on a terrible trajectory. But I got pregnant and it was almost like it was the training to fix all of that. Like, I had to stop smoking, I had to stop drinking, and it prepared me for a life of that. Because if I'd just gone and picked it up from the...
That's true.
Now, I know that's not... I'm just talking very personally.
Yeah, no, of course.
And I can see how that would have been... You know, it wouldn't have been the right thing for me. I mean, you know, sometimes when you hear about certain celebrities that have used a surrogate, not because they can't hold a baby, which is a wonderful thing, but just because it doesn't work with their schedule, I find that disgusting, and I find it really worrying that we could have a machine where employers could possibly say, well, actually, you've already had some time off for your first baby. We'd actually prefer you to have this one through a laboratory. Now, we might go, oh, that could never happen, but it could.
That's true.
I mean, look how many things we said could never happen and have happened. So there's a bit of a worrying undertone to it.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's an amazing advancement. Like you said, you know, fertility problems can be so heartbreaking. So if it can help people that can't have the baby naturally, you know, if I'd have been in that camp, I would have taken this technology and embraced it. And I did enjoy being pregnant, you know. I think it was amazing for the bond with the child, and, you know, it was something that I loved and would do again. But I don't know. I don't think people have surrogates for different reasons, and who is anyone to judge somebody else?
Yeah.
You don't know what goes on behind closed doors.
Because we actually did a poll on this online, and we asked, would you have a baby without having to be pregnant? And actually 34% of people said yes. Because I think the reality is some people have really difficult pregnancies.
Yeah, there could be
but
real
that
stories of
aside,
trauma behind
difficult
that.
pregnancies. If somebody just said to you, like if you were working, said, oh, well, it's just not going to work with my schedule, so I'm going to get somebody else to have my baby, wouldn't there be a part of you that would go,
But behind that could be some real hardship of you're alone and you're the breadwinner, and it really
no,
fills
but I'm
you with
not saying that.
anxiety
I'm
to
saying
stop work and...
No, but I'm saying because literally you don't want your body to change. I'm afraid I would be judgmental. It's probably terrible of me, but I would.
It could be abused, you're right, but...
Yeah, it could be abused. That's my worry with it.
What do you reckon, Jane?
I mean, I completely understand why people use a surrogate, as in a human surrogate, you know, if they themselves can't have a child.